everybody, and welcome. Tonight we have some awesome action coming from Bristol Motor Speedway with the Sunday Super Lates series. All these guys mostly out of the East Coast, ready to have some fun here at Bristol. I banked half mile for these cars, and they're flying around here faster than the Cup cars, running sub 15-second laps. 14 ones are your top half of the field for these guys. Right now, 20 cars have posted times. I'm going to be your host for this evening, DJ with the Driving DJ Network. Sunday Super Lates presented by Impact Auto Body and Teddy Bear Graphics. We're going to have some fun here and get you geared up with who's on the top of the speed charts right now. And it looks to be the 08 car of Dale Owen. So we'll jump right into it. Get ourselves a top 5 out on your screen. You can see who's doing what and where. But right now, Dale Owen currently sitting P1 with a 14.136. Currently have about 18 minutes left in this practice session until we get racing. Gonna bring it down one more time. Second place so far is the 07 of John Baker. Not far behind, about 61 hundredths back. Couple different lanes you can run with this place. I mean, anywhere from kind of the top to the bottom. Depends what you're trying to do. If you want to save your stuff, you're going to want to be kind of the middle or upper groove. It's the longer way around, but momentum's on your side when you're up top and really getting the runs off the corners. But if you want to make a pass, you really got to follow somebody in here, cut down, and work your way under them. So not often are we going to see cars kind of give that top side up if they have somebody kind of breathing down their necks, but I mean, we could be surprised. There's been really good racing with these guys all year long. We're almost at the halfway point. Had a fun race last week at the Glen, Watkins Glen. They had a pro and semi-pro series kind of collaboration exhibition race, which was a really good one. Really cool to see. Had some ringers thrown in there, and a lot of people participated. So another good group of cars here today, though. Cody Triola, he's in your top 3, very, very close to second spot. Only a thousandth off of Baker. Max Hanley, again, you know, he's up here in the top 5 as well. And Alex Hallinar in the 57. These guys have been duking it out. Haven't seen Hanley in a couple weeks. Waiting on our multi-time, pretty much every race winner here for these Sunday Pro Series drivers, Artie Peterson. So we'll see what he can do when he comes into the room and put some times on the board. But we'll get the ticker going on the left side for you to see the entire rundown for these guys. And we'll just kind of see what's going on. 16 minutes left in this one. And we'll be heading over to qualifying for these cars and see how they can fare. Currently, Darren McCabe sitting in 7th. I mean, these cars are reaching upwards of 135, 140 miles an hour, which is insane. A lot of bumps and grinds, and you got to really wheel these things as we go on board with McCabe. Stuff happens really fast here at Bristol. He's going to try to work his way around Capuano in the 11. Jump on board with him. He's currently in 16th. He just got up and running. Tires are definitely a big thing here. You throw a set on, you'll certainly increase speed. These cars will fall off the pace a little bit here. Real tight though as Capuano comes off the corner there. Just how fast things can happen here. So it's tricky, but it's possible to make your way around. Jim Laird here in the 10. He's 20th right now with a 14.513. Actually just went a faster lap there, so 14.43. Jumping up a spot on the board, about 3/10 off of Dale Owen currently. Capuano still having a little bit of issue there, trying to figure this place out. Not an easy track, Bristol. I mean, it's fast-paced, and it's almost the slower you go, the harder it is. So, these guys can manage for the rest of the night. And got Ignacio Adams here in the 38. Beautiful looking powder blue there. Got to be on that blue stripe. You just saw him go across the blue stripe there for pit road, or else you get a penalty. So if these guys do make any green flag stops or anything for any reason, look for these cars to really rim right around the bottom and slowly peel up onto 27th. In the 27. He's 12th actually right now. Very close to the lead still. 28, a 14.28 compared to Dale Owens' 14.134. Rim riding around the bottom. Peeling this thing down. We'll see rubber buildup as the night goes on. We'll check out the back half of this 27 car and kind of see where he's choosing to go. A little tight there off the corner. He's going to have to bring it down for a nice reset. This is going to be really tricky for these guys. It's almost a race, as you see a lot of them getting really tight off of the corners and you know, destroying the right front there, as you see Brandon Hubbard. That's the damage that occurred there on that vehicle. Nice and fresh after he gets a reset. Alex Halenar trying to pull away a little bit from the 60, it looks like, of Joseph Costello. We have any info on the 57 of Halenar. From Ronkonkoma, New York, Riverhead Raceway is his home track. In real life, he races a legend car, sponsored by Decal Designs Mobile, on that orange and black 57. See that on the hood of that car. Looking pretty sporty tonight. Right now in the top 5. With a 219 compared to the 134 of Owens. So definitely not a bad run going for him at this point in time. Nice looking vehicle here, the 16 car of Travis George. He's currently sitting in the top 10 in 9th spot. Travis, actually a Canadian driver. Hoggies' Speedway is his home track. Runs a mini stock in real life. Clover Towing, Alder Auto Parts, Sam's Flooring Supplies, Ailes Auto Wrecking, Precision Racing Engines, all sponsors that help him out on his racing endeavors. Very nice faded paint scheme from blue to black there on that car. These cars lined up. We'll have several different views. Air 07 just behind him. He's going to bounce it off the wall. So for this evening, we are going to be having a Peterson's Checker One Motorsports fastest lap of the race. We'll be calling those out right now. You can see Dale Owen with the 14.134 is currently on the top of the charts. But throughout the race, we'll be calling these guys out, and really appreciate Peterson's Checker One Motorsports for jumping on board with us this season. Them shout outs as much as we can. Artie Peterson has won a lot of the races here for these guys on Sundays, and his brother also races with us here. He's in the 52 car. So we'll be shouting those guys out, and whoever gets the fastest lap in the race, during the race, and things like that, we'll be calling them out and getting them some airtime. So it's awesome to see that. Nice pack of cars here. You got the 58 car making some laps. Kenny Hyde Jr. just ahead of Hubbard in the 2. You got Baker in the 07, the 33 jumping in the mix here. That's Matt McGrath, currently 13th. Fresh tires jumping into this pack, and Darren McCabe just under. With 10 minutes left of practice in this one. Side-by-side action. Hyde choosing the top on his wore-out tires. The 33 of Matt McGrath came out A little bit later than these guys, already making laps on the speedway. Matt's out of Levittown, New York, also a Riverhead Raceway native, sponsored by Performance Synthetics. See these guys getting together here. Bring it down one more time. Capuano still making some laps around here in that nice looking 11 machine. Tom, also known as TTMG, out of Holbrook, New York, Riverhead Raceway. Again, home track for these guys. A lot of these guys from New York and the east side of the United States here, with a few exceptions. Fenceline Films, Race Car Solutions, and Natural Design, all representing on that 11 car. So he chooses to go up to the top side of the racetrack there. Ignacio Adams in the 38. He's out of Medford, New York. John's Fuel Oil, John's Tree Removal. You see all over the hood and quarter panels. AP designs on the back. Nice looking car, man. I really enjoy all the paint schemes these guys have. Dale Owen coming up on these guys. They get together trying to stay out of trouble there. Owen's out of Oceanside, New York. He runs the New England Truck Series. He's got some real life experience. Truck and Auto Works, Five Town Neon Signs, and Strong Island Renovations all represent him. Let's jump onto the cockpit view for him. See what his line is. A little different, kind of mid to high groove here. Keeping wheel into it the whole time. Nice and easy on the throttle, not binding the front end up. Allowing that car to still turn as he comes to the back half of the corner here. A little loose there off the floor. Should be a handful for these guys. They are on fixed setups. Gets a little free there. He's got some damage on the right front of that machine. And right behind him is the 60 car of Joe Costello. Goes out of Staten Island, New York. He runs a legend himself. JC Graphics and Wave Around News are the sponsors on that car. Okay, on the hood there, JC Graphics. See how rough a ride is as we're on the gyro cam. You can really see the banking as these things slide down into the corners. Definitely a drivable car for these guys, but as the tires wear, it's going to be a handful. They're going to be slicing and dicing all race long, trying to hold on to these things. Costello currently in 12th, only about an eighth of a second off, so he's a little over a tenth off or so, but still making time. A lot of these guys really close. Kenneth Massa, he's going to hit the wall a little bit coming off. You see the damage inflicted on that 51. He's going to get a reset. 06 car of Dan Ameti out here turning some laps in that Monster Energy 06. He's out of Oakdale, Connecticut. He runs his home track's the New London Waterford Speed Bowl. Second Chance Motorsports are the team that Dan is affiliated with, so they're helping sponsor him. He's representing those guys in that dark looking 06. He's going to bounce it off the wall, hit the inside wall to follow it. Dominic Abatello out here in the 20. Seen him run in both divisions for these guys. He's out of North Branford, Connecticut, New London Waterford Speed Bowl as well. Super X Cars is what he races. DJ Motorsports, Bozart Motorsports, True Ink Gallery, and Sign Boss, all helping out the 20 car there of Abatello. He bounces it off. Halen are nowhere to go right behind him. Things happen really fast here. Just under 5 minutes to go here. Bring it down one more time. you can get any information on the 58 machine here of Kenny Hyde Jr. out of Yaphank, New York, Riverhead Raceway. He races figure eights, so not sure what's going on in that guy's head, but you know what I'm saying, Kenny having some success there in the figure eights. It's pretty crazy. Those guys are absolutely wild. There's a track in Indianapolis that runs those, a speedrome. They run modifieds on the figure eights, and it's absolutely incredible to watch that stuff. K&K Towing, Silver Fox Racing, all representing on that 58 machine. So crazy to have a figure eight racer with us. Keep jumping around here, seeing who else we have. Brandon Hubbard out here in the 2-car. Can't miss that bright yellow and blue paint scheme on that machine. Hubbard out of Mastic, New York, runs a street stock. H&H Racing are his. I always like running my dirt cars nice and bright, just in case I go around, which is highly likely. That way I don't get hit by somebody else after I'm sideways and spun out. Out. We are online at YouTube and on Facebook here at the Driving DJ Network. So if you don't have a Facebook, or family members who don't have a Facebook, go ahead and type in the Driving DJ Network in the search bar of YouTube. Subscribe to us, follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and you'll be able to see when we go live. We'll be posting some videos up later this year. Hanley over here. John Salamito in the 66. Had some success in the semi-pro series. Out of Islip, New York, Riverhead Raceway native, NASCAR Wheelin' Modified Tour. Natural Design sponsoring that machine. Open wheel guy here, running some fenders on his car. Having some success, as we have just about 2 minutes to go here. Watching him make some laps around here. A lot of these guys getting real tight off of each corner. I have to certainly conserve and be able to keep all the fenders on it to be at the end of the race for this one. Hyde currently in 20th. Things are a blast to drive here, so it's could be a fun race. A lot of laps to get it done here for these guys. See how they can fare for this one. Coming down, a lot of guys just getting their last minute pickups out of the way, trying to see how they're going to run their race lines and things like that for qualifying. They're trying to figure everything out. Just some info here. Track's currently pretty cold, 65 degrees, 69 degrees track temp, so a lot of grip in the track, which is why you don't see a whole lot of people slipping around, and more so people kind of getting a little tight coming off the corners and ricocheting off the outside barrier. We're going to have 20 seconds left here. You see McCabe in that beautiful looking 6 car, just to the inside of McGrath here. Take a lap around as we come to a close here in the practice session. Dale Owen will be the top of the speed charts for these guys. Both these guys following each other into the wall. Gabe gonna go on his side. Abatello's gonna follow. When they wreck here, they wreck hard. So hopefully we can mitigate that as the racing action continues. But for right now, we're going to jump it over to qualifying. Guys are going to have 8 minutes to hit the track here at Bristol Motor Speedway. See who's on the track so far. Capuano looks like he's making his way around here, getting that thing wound up. We'll see what he can put onto the board. Comes around the start-finish line to get his first lap, choosing to take the high line around 1 and 2, keeping that thing wound up. We'll see if he does it again in 3 and 4. He is. We'll see if he can heat up those tires. Maybe he'll switch down to the bottom of the track. And looks like a little bit lower, about mid-groove. Right now, Traiola there with a 14.206 first lap, 4.63 for the first lap of Capuano. Currently sitting in P5. Come down one more time, a bit slower. See who else is jumping out here. Dan and Mehdi here in the 06. We have more and more cars jumping onto the track. '57 car of Halinar's getting his laps in. He pulls off pit road. About 6 minutes left in this one. As you can see, 9 cars have taken time. Halinar comes around for his first lap, is a 14.33. That'll put him at 5th first time around. Car looking really smooth here as he comes off a 4, but he's going to hit the wall, and that lap is not going to count for Halinar. So unfortunately, going to a P main here, trying to make it into the big show. Matt McGrath out here as well, 14.316. His first lap jumps up to 6th spot. Halinar must have hit the wall his first lap. His first one didn't count either. Right to the bottom of the track for the 33. But once again, too much throttle in it and not going to make it count for that second lap. It was faster, but in iRacing, when you hit the wall or make contact, you do not get that lap counted. Second fastest in practice was the 07 of John Baker. He comes around for a 14.31. He's going to jump right up into 6th, just ahead of McGrath. We'll see if his second lap's any faster. A lot of cars kind of going gung-ho on the last half of the lap. Going to keep it together on a 45, though. First lap's been the fastest for a lot of these guys. Sean Solomito here in the 66. Comes around for his green flag lap. We'll see what lap number 1, a 3.13. A lot of these guys running right there, 3.12, 4, 3. He's going to put that 66 in 7th. See if he can pick up any speed, jump up from there. 3.15. So very consistent laps out of him. Unfortunately, not going to get it done. Who else is out on the speedway? Frank Dumachich making some laps around here. Jumping up to 14th. He's making his way back in. 18 cars have taken time so far for the Sunday Super Late Series. Like Jack Hanley, one of the handful of drivers not to take time yet. Gonna get that 49 machine out onto the speedway. Haven't talked a whole lot about him in practice. Haven't really seen him make any laps. Hanley out of Medford, New York. Runs a blunderbuss and super pro truck. Hanley's Lawn and Landscape sponsor this 49 car. Coming around for lap number 1. And gonna hit the apron a little bit. And he is gonna cross the line. So unfortunately for him, the second lap is going to be worse than the first at a 15.4. But with the spin, it's probably not even gonna count the lap. So we'll see what he does in this situation, but it looks like 4 of the cars that did take time didn't get their laps to count. So 18 cars as of right now with official times on the board. Our fast time for practice, Dale Owen. Says he fenced it coming off of turn 4. First lap was a 14.65, so he's going to be back in 16th with a lot of work to do. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in qualifying. Only one car not taking time. We'll see how these guys fare out later this evening. Right now, nobody out on the speedway for tonight's Sunday Super Late Bristol Motor Speedway event. This one's definitely going to be tricky. These guys wheeling these late models all the way around 14 seconds, upwards of 140 miles an hour. Plenty of action here, but right now Max Hanley with the pole, 14.166. Cody Triola with a 14.206. Darren McCabe, Brandon Hubbard, and Brian Midget Jr. with a great run in the 41. Going to be in 5th. John Baker puts that 07 in 6th. Sean Salamito in 7th. Matt McGrath, Travis George, and Joe Costello in the 60 car are going to round out your top 10 for the evening. See where that puts these guys for their upcoming races here this evening here at Bristol. See the huge screen up in the middle of this thing, newly added the last year or so. Everybody looks to be practicing social distancing in the crowd. Good to see that. Good to see that indeed. Coming down to a minute left. So just trying to fill some airtime with you guys. These guys out of the east side of the United States, mostly New York and upper Canada. You heard some Connecticut drivers as well. But we may have a new winner, as I see the Petersons not making an appearance here tonight. So that's going to be exciting to see these guys duke it out. But right now we have 23 cars going the distance. Top 10 posted on your screen. We're going to advance to our first heat race with 12 cars in this one. Throw up the top 10. See these guys as they jump onto the speedway, lining up on pit road. Starting it off, our pole sitter is going to be starting the front row inside. That's going to be Max Hanley in the 05. Hasn't gridded yet. Next to him is going to be Darren McCabe in the 6 machine. Brian Midget Jr. in the 41. He's going to be inside row number 2 next to Sean Salamito in the 66. Behind them, Travis George in the 16. In the 11 car, he's going to be inside Dominic Abatello in the 20. Then Dan Amidi, Alex Halinar starting far back in 10th here. Going to be just ahead of Gerard Lawrence and Jonathan Parsons. So a lot of those guys having some issues in the early run-ins of qualifying. We'll see where these guys end up as the night goes on. Rolling off now. Hanley going to take us to green. Parade laps are starting up for these guys. Hope a good weekend here, and it's going to end it with some racing. So we appreciate everybody joining the Driving DJ Network, checking out the Sunday Super Lates, watching these guys wheel around Bristol Motor Speedway. This is going to be your first look into how these guys are going to race for the feature event tonight. A lot of fast cars in this race. We'll see how much side-by-side action they can put together for us. We come up to 1 to go. Pace car lights are off. Drivers are getting their tires warmed up, pulling those belts tight one more time, keeping the heat in these brakes. Getting ready to rock and roll. A little bumping going on in the back there. A little brake check there from the 20 car. I'm all lined up. See what these guys can do. Kind of an overview here from this view until racing separates a little bit for these guys. But until then, we're going to be watching this pack. Here we go. Side by side on back. Hanley off to a good jump. Going to take a half a second lead right off of this one. These big pack here, a bump from the 20 car. The 38 jumbles up in front of this one. Capuano on his lid. Yellow's gonna fly. And you all saw it happen. We'll see if we can jump to any kind of a different view there. But the 38 car of Ignacio Adams is gonna go around. Try to see if we can get a better view here from this one. Bounce it off the wall a little bit. That's kind of what happened there. And these other cars, Parsons, the 06 of Ameti, nowhere to go. Oh, 8 laps to go in this one. They're going to come around. But did not get a chance to get a full lap of green flag action. Hanley, currently your leader. Karen McCabe kept it back together after that. Salamito made it in front of Midget Jr. on that one. Farther back the field, you see the 06, a bunch of damage on the right front. Definitely going to affect the handling. Did you see the wrinkled front fender here? Nowhere to go as well for Parsons. The front nose, the right front fender, all sustaining damage. 5-star race body. Not looking pretty here as we're only 2 laps into this race. Adams, he has wrinkled fenders all over that car. Left rear is messed up, left front's messed up. Hit the other corner, see if we can see the right front's got some damage. The right rear also has a little bit of a wrinkle going on. So, you guys are going to get the 1 to go. Another shot. And see what they can do here. Going to be a single file restart for these guys. Max Hanley going to bring us to the green flag. We can do, he's going to lag back a little bit from the pace car. He's going to make the hard left. Wait for it.
Green flag, green flag.
Abe right on the bumper. Clean start for these guys. The 20 car of Abatello's getting a pretty good run here. Halinar with a good jump out of turn 2. Going to look low here on the 20. Those left sides down almost to the apron for these guys. Trying to get a run here on the 20 car. Switch it up, maybe try the high side here. You see George bounce it off the wall. Guys getting grouped up. Halinar peeking. Gives a little bump to the outside. Gonna think about going high here. Abatello gets into George though. George is gonna fall back. Yellow's gonna fly. Medi again getting a piece of that action, unfortunately. As the yellow comes out, and this first heat race will go into overtime. As all catching up to the pace truck. Sunday Super Lates brought to you by Impact Auto Body and Teddy Bear Graphics. You guys have supported the series all year long and continue to do so, so we really appreciate them jumping on board for this first season for the Sunday Super Lates. Here to share, follow, like Driving DJ Network. This video in particular, show your friends and family. While you guys checking this one out. New followers, Jacob Widechild, Christy Salamito following us here on the Driving DJ Network. Appreciate all those guys and gals. As we're under yellow for our first heat race of the evening. Fastest lap so far, the Checker One Motorsports. Max Hanley with a 14.244. Nothing but clear track ahead of him. The style that Hanley does and try to see if he can come up with something, maybe put a little pressure on him and get this this heat race win, which is going to dictate where he starts in the main event. Around one more time. Pace car lights still on. Fortunately, Travis George in the pits, sustaining a lot of damage on that 16 machine. Got it up in the air, been in the pits for about 2.5 minutes, went a lap down, so trying to fix that thing to the best of the abilities, maybe get a spot out of this one, but going a lap down is definitely going to be tough. Now Capuano is actually shown in the 11th spot, so was the 16, so with the 11 out there, he's going to gain a spot on him. Right now, 1 till green for these guys. Gonna be a side-by-side restart. They did a single file one. The initial start was 2x2. We'll see if these guys can make it happen one more time. Eleanor made his way around the 20 car in that incident there. He can make something happen. They're gonna have 3 laps to go here. Because Hanley and McCabe are going to bring us to green. This car making that hard left turn. And off goes Hanley with a huge jump. Salamito to follow. He's going to get door to door with the 6 car. He's going to get the spot. Halinar as well going to be side by side with the 6. A little tight coming out of 2 though. Hanley, no problem in this one. He's going to get the white flag this time by. Alamito, McCabe holding on strong to 3rd. Eleanor looking, keeping the pressure on. Max Hanley, though, is going to take this one away. Salamito, McCabe, Halinar, and Brian Midget Jr. going to be your top 5. Back it down. 2 cautions in this one. We're going to have the second half of this field here gear up for their heat race. 10 laps of the distance, unless we had to go into overtime like we just did. Cody Triola in the 29 is going to bring us to green next to Brandon Hubbard in the 2. Behind them is going to be John Baker. Going to be next to Matt McGrath in this one. Joe Costello in the 60 car. He's going to be inside Kenny Hyde Jr. in the 58. Frank Dumachich in the 42 machine. He's going to be inside of this week's fast time in practice, but unfortunately having to start farther back in the field. It's going to be the 08 of Dale Owen. Still waiting on him to grid up. Kenneth Massa in the 51. He's going to be inside of Jack Hanley. There's Owen as he jumps into this one. And Jim Laird is going to bring us that Derek Cope throwback. Bring us in the caboose, we'll call it, of this one. He'll start 11th on this. Ready revving up, ready to rock and roll here. Raiola bringing that machine as well, so we'll see what these guys can do. See if these guys can make it 10 laps the distance without having to come down and get a couple green flag or caution flags, I should say, keeping it green. We're gonna get the 1 to go this time by. Appreciate everybody jumping on board with us, checking out the Driving DJ Network. Had supporters since the very beginning. A lot of you guys, new friends and family to the crew. We're happy to bring you guys aboard as we do some broadcasting. We're a super late model team out of the Midwest. We love to do some racing and turn left, but you know, every once in a while we'll jump on a Up on a dirt oval, turn some right a little bit, maybe even a road course if we're feeling fancy. But right now we have the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway heat race number 2 for the Sunday Super Lates. Raiola and Hubbard gonna take us there. Pace car gonna move down the track on pit road. 29 off to a good jump. Hubbard not letting him go far though. He's gonna follow him down through 1 and 2. Everybody else keeping it pretty good here. Owen trying to set up the 58 of Hyde as he's peeking to the outside of the 60 car. The 33 of McGrath. Oh, bouncing off the wall. The 60. Owen getting a chunk of that one. Only those 2 cars involved. One more time. As they come through 3 and 4 on our opening lap, we almost made it a full lap. A little bit farther. Just comes straight off the corner. Owen nowhere to go. The 60 car going around. So he's going to fall back to 11th spot in that number 60. Raiola right now in that 29. Coming around. Like they're going to double up again. Caution's still out. Warming up his tires still. Place is brutal on the drivers and the equipment. Real life late models make their way here about once a year with the CRA Super Series, and have had part failures galore with how much force is exerted on these parts and components for these late models. Gearing up. 2 cars on pit road. Looks like Dale Owen's going to come down, fix that machine up, get some tires on it, try to fix some damage. We have 6 laps to go in this one. Road, he's going to come off, try to fix that thing up as fast as he can without the pit road closing, losing a lap. So he's going to come around, stay on the lead lap. Costello as well. They're coming and running that right front up. We're going to get 1 to go this time by. A little 5-lap shootout for these guys here at Bristol. Definitely getting a feel for what it's going to be like racing these cars with traffic around. Hubbard on the high side, Raiola on the bottom. Baker tucked up there as well as McGrath. Pretty good start for all these guys as we're on board with Raiola right now. Baker jumping right behind him. Hubbard, you see the run he gets on the top. Side by side, the 33 and the 07 of Baker on the top. Yellow's gonna fly one more time. Not sure what for. Looks like Laird and Hyde down there. Kenny Hyde Jr. getting it back fixed up. A lot of damage on the front end of that car. We're gonna have almost the same setup as the previous race. Guys trying to catch up. Laird with some damage on the right front of that car. One half of this field pretty much remaining the same. The 07 of Baker was looking to make some moves there and get that machine up into the top 2. No time to get any action going as we have another caution in this one. You guys are going to have one more time to make it happen. Just a quick run here, green, white, checkered. We'll see if they get one to go. Doesn't look like it. Guys ready to go. You can see they're already itching to go side by side. Hopefully they get it here one more time. They're going to get it, so they're going to gear up. Have 5 rows of cars here as we come down the back straightaway. A lot of time to think about how this restart's going to happen. They've been pretty clean restarts for these guys. Not a big a jump as the 05 of Hanley did when he had his restarts in his hand. See if the 29 of Cody Triola can make it happen here. They bunch up nice and neat coming through 3 and 4. Pace truck makes the turn down the track.
Green flag, green flag.
And the 29 with a big jump. Nice and smooth through 1 and 2. Hubbard getting a good run here on the 07. Thinking about going high here. We're going to get the white flag this time by 33 of McGrath looking on the 2 car. Owen getting by the 42 of Dumachich. Looking for third here. That's going to be a rundown. Triola, Baker, Hubbard, McGrath, and Owen's going to get the top 5 spot on this one. So all the way from near the back half of the field. And here we go. 150 laps of action here tonight. Guys setting their lineups with those heat races. So your 2 winners of each heat will be on the front row. See what these guys can do here. They're going to have 150 laps of action. Now, normally the 1A car of Artie Peterson III has been kind of starting mid-pack or towards the front. Ends up inheriting the lead because he just doesn't take tires. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case here. These guys really putting some wear on these cars, and in 150 laps, you're certainly going to see speeds slow up. But until then, see what action we can do and see how much green flag racing we can do with these guys. Definitely difficult, you know, even on fresh tires, but when there's 60, 70 laps on these cars, we'll see how tempers flare and how tires flare up in the same way. They're definitely not going to have the grip that they have when they start this thing off, so we'll see that develop as the race goes on. But let's get to your lineup. We start to creep up here. Max Hanley, Cody Triola going to be on the front row as they start to roll off here. Sean Salamito, he's going to be inside John Baker. Darren McCabe in the 6. He's going to be inside Brandon Hubbard with a solid run in his heat races, both of them respectively. Alex Halenar and Matt McGrath in the 33. They're going to roll off 7th and 8th. Brian Midget Jr. and Dale Owen are going to be in the top 10 here, 9th and 10th. Ignacio Adams in the 38. Frank Dumachich in the 42 car. Those guys are going to be side by side for the start of this one. Dan Ameti in the 06. Kenneth Massa in the 51. Sharp looking ride there. Dominic Abatello in the 20 car. He's going to be starting 15th right next to Joseph Costello. A couple LO boys there in the 15th and 16th starting spots. Gerard Lawrence is going to bring that 27 machine in 17th spot. Kenny Hyde and that black, purple, and green 58. He's going to be in 18th. Jonathan Parsons in that black 50 will be starting 19th. He'll be inside of Jim Laird in that throwback 10 car. And Thomas Capuano in the 11. Jack Handley and Travis George to round this thing out. We have 1 lap till green. We'll see what these guys do as they come down the back straightaway. Heat race winners are going to be side by side. Let's get a lap in with nothing on your screen to see how this develops. The Sunday Super Lates, here we go. The A jump for the 05 car. He's going to get out right to a lead. Crayola to Farley. He moves inside of Halinar. Getting together, though. The 41, the 33 go around. Nobody else collected. Looks like the 10 car of Laird's going to get a piece of the action there. And Matt McGrath. So it wasn't Adams, it was McGrath. So we'll take a look at this one more time. 3 machine. The rundown there. Hanley right now is your leader. Guys, some of them gonna hit pit road. We'll see. They're catching up to the pace truck right now. Adams in 10th. Top 5 hasn't changed a whole lot. Dale Owen moved up a few spots. He started farther back. He's up to 7th. Cars coming down pit road. You can see Jim Laird bringing that machine down. Travis George as well with damage already on the front end of that 16. All the cars on pit road here. 4 of them making their way down. Costello making his way down. There's 2 pit lanes here, so they gotta go in one, come and wrap around, hit in the next one. Stopping in his pit stop. George making time again. He was on pit road in his heat race. Matt McGrath as well, but right now Max Handley gonna be your leader. Really good on restarts. These guys are definitely gonna have some work to do to try to keep up with the way he handles those. We come to our first caution of the evening. Coming around to lap number 6. Are still on pit road, so probably not going to get that one to go just yet. Couple guys still on pit road. You see Travis George, Jim Laird. Bring that graphic down. We know those guys are working on their machines. The 11 and the 60 working their way off pit road. Appreciate everybody joining the Driving DJ Network here with the Sunday Super Lates Pro Series. They also have a currently non-broadcasted semi-pro division. They run a little earlier in the evening. This division, though, presented by Impact Auto Body and Teddy Bear Graphics and Novelties, customized shirts, things like that. Guys representing some cars and some people here in this one. Some damage already to the 66 of Solomito there. Trailer ready to rock and roll. Guys getting the one to go. And here we go. Single file restart. Watch for Hanley to jump.
Green, green, green.
The 29 right on his tail though. Side by side right now, Halinar trying to work his way around Hubbard. Dale Owen with a good view of this show. He's going to try to work his way around the 2 car. Looks like a clean pass almost for the 08. They have one more run here. Just there, but not quite. The 2 car putting up a pretty good fight. Everybody's tires still pretty fresh. He's producing a very good battle as of right now. At a race we like to see here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. 2x2 up ahead of them as well. Right now these guys duking it out. Owen gonna get the spot. Like Ignacio Adams. slow in this one, so we'll see what happens to that car. Bouncing it off the wall, nowhere to go for the 06. He's going to go up on his lid. Dan Ameti. That car around one more time. Brings it back out, goes for a little ride. No steering on that 06 car. Still having some issues there at the bottom of the track as we jump forward. Some really good racing though. That was awesome to see. Baker, Halenar, McCabe, those guys side by side. Owen and Hubbard duking it out as they went around. As we're on lap 13 already in 150 laps for this one. Those laps really click off as we go through this fast oval here, running 14-second laps. Check out who that fastest lap is. That Peterson's Checker 1 Motorsports. Fastest lap of the race right now is the 05 our leader, a 14.176 of Max Handley. Not sure if you're going to get much faster than that. That's a very good time around here for that Peterson's Checker 1 Motorsports fastest lap of the race as of right now. We'll check back in with that a little later in the broadcast. Maybe halfway, maybe when these guys put some tires on, a couple laps after that. But while it's early, get those shares out, get those follows out. Show your friends and family this one. You got a good buddy in this one racing if you're spotting for him, whatever the case is. Boot him into the Driving DJ Network, the Sunday Super Lates at Bristol. Connection issues for the 05. Don't see him on the speedway. Not sure what happened to Max Handley, but after setting that fast lap, like Cody Triola is going to inherit the top spot. Like he went to do a pit stop, but I don't see him around. So a clean pit stop and everything went well for that machine, but nothing happening as of right now. I don't see him on a screen. Who else is making their way? Looks like Dan Ameti in the 06 still repairing that machine. As of now, we're going to get one lap to green. We're going to be 2 by 2 for this one. Triola and Salam. These guys gear up. Ace truck gonna make that sharp left-hand turn. Eleanor back there. You see the 29 off to a good start. Owen right on the back bumper of the 57 car. As McCabe and Owen are gonna be side by side. These guys slicing and dicing. Salamito and the 57 of Eleanor get together. Very tight off the corner. Dumachich side by side, farther on back. Abatello, a good view on this one. Capuano just behind those guys. These guys are still side by side up here for 5th and 6th. Hubbard with a good view of this one. He's going to make a run to the high side here. Try to follow Dale Owen. A little rub of the wall there. A little Bristol stripe. A little side by side here. Kenneth Massa trying to make the pass on Handley. You can see the in-car. These guys, action happens fast here. 20 laps into this one. See Handley getting it down. These cars glued to the track here. A little free off the corner though. We'll work this 51 machine
Yellow flag is out.
back out. We have another caution on the speedway though. Not sure what for. Could be this. The 50 car of Jonathan Parsons going to bring out the caution one more time for our 3rd caution of the night. He's going to have to bring it straight down pit road. Looks like he may have bounced off the wall, gotten together with Brian Midget Jr. It's a little snug off the wall and nowhere for the 41 to go, and Goes up and around and slides it all the way from the top side of the track to the bottom, bringing out caution for 3. A lot of really good racing that we just saw. If we can get a run in for these guys, I'd love to see what we can do on some wore out tires. Right now, a lot of guys making their way down pit road one more time. Like a handful of them here. Handley, we just saw in the 49. He was up there in about 7th or 8th, coming down pit road. Mehdi there, still on pit road. Jonathan Parsons, obviously, after taking that 50 car for a wild ride. Bring it down, try to repair that vehicle. Still under caution here as we hit a 25 lap mark of 150 laps here tonight. Crayola in that 29 is going to have a different car behind him this time. Dale Owen making some progress, and the 57 of Halinar as well. Both those guys moving up in position here. See if we can maybe get a word from one of these guys here. Alex Halinar, this is DJ up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy, DJ.
Hey, man, looking pretty sporty. You started back in 7th spot and moved up a little bit. I know you got together with a couple of guys bouncing off the walls and no fault of your own, but how's the hot rod feeling tonight as we're 25 laps into this one?
She's feeling fast. I think if I can just keep track position, I think I totally got a shot to win this bad boy.
Awesome, man. Well, we wish you the best of luck. We see you got one to go this time by. Hoping to see that 57 move up a couple more spots and maybe get a lead in this one.
Yes.
There's the 57 car of Alex Halinar. Single file restart for these guys. Trail going to bring us to green. See what he can do here on this one. Baker going to be behind him this time. They start to stack up. Little accordion effect starting to happen on the top side of the track. Pace car cuts down. And steady off of 4 and off the 29 goes.
Green flag, green flag.
Owen right on the bumper of Halinar as they come through 1 and 2. Here I'm really pedaling these cars here as they come through 3 and 4 on and off the gas, just trying to get the most grip without knocking the wall down. It really tightens up as the wear starts to happen on these cars.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Caution's gonna fly one more time though. Capuano, a lot of cars up and around. Not sure what happened. Go back, see what we can find out. It's just in the back half of the top 10. Salamito is going to right rear the 2 McCabe, nowhere to go, bouncing off the wall. In the 66 car, going to cause a chaos as we only get about 2 laps in. Parsons finally coming off pit road. Hubbard on pit road, repairing that vehicle. The 6 car of Darren McCabe as well. Right now, all Triola from Bayshore, New York, Riverhead Raceway native. Drives a blunderbuss. ECFI, Cesspool Pros, Drexler Construction, Frame to Finish, Custom Carpentry, Sapphire Designs, A1 Charlie's Auto Transport, all helping out that 29 machine. Right now looking very sporty up in the front of this field. off lap number 30. Coming around to lap 31. Owen, a little fade out there, maybe thinking about going down pit road. We have about 4 cars no longer in this one. Jack Handley, Max Handley. Not sure what happened to either of those guys. They backed out of this one. The 06 of Ameti, he's also not going to be able to finish this one. And on our first caution of the evening, Matt McGrath in the 33 car. The car's coming down pit road, though, this time. Alamito in the 66. Bounced it off the pit wall, or off the outside wall. Turn 4, Massa working his way off pit road. Frank Dumachich into that car. Car looking very sporty here, but a lot of damage, man. The front end's pretty wore out. Right front suspension's got some damage. So, not a whole lot of cars right now, 32 laps into this thing, not having a lot of damage. So, see if they can continue on and finish this one off. Because we only have about 120 laps to go in this one. We're going to get 1 lap to green here for Triola. You can see your top 5. 10 spots gained right now for Dominic Abatello in that 20 car. Huge mover. A lot of these guys have moved up spots here in this top 5. Owen up 6, Halenar up 4, Baker up from 4th, and 1 spot is all he needed right now. Trail is going to take us to the green. They're going to be single file this time. Start to bunch up here. See what the 29 decides to do. Big jump.
Green flag, green flag.
Right to green flag action. As Baker has Halenar peeking to the high side. Going to give him room. Move the 57 up into second as they flow through turns 3 and 4. Halenar is going to bring that car and keep it on the top side. Owen to follow. A lot of moves here. Triola is going to leave the high side open. We got a side-by-side battle right now for the lead position. Coming out of turn 4, door to door as they hit up into first spot. Owen not letting these guys get away. He's going to try to work his way up. Follow that 29 car, see if he can keep that thing glued to the track a little bit better. Maybe run down the 29. Go on board with Owen and see what he's thinking as he comes down out of turn 4. Nice and smooth against the wall. He's going to choose the bottom line here. Digging right now. We'll see if we got any action farther on back. And it looks like a little too much action as the caution flag's gonna fly. Did see the 20, just a little love tap from the 11 car as they come around off of turn 2. Not gonna hit anything though, so good for the 20. Maybe just get 4 stickers on that thing and come back out one more time. And he looks like he aired in, planted a little bit to pit road, reset it. So not sure what happened there for Abatello in the 20 machine. But Halenar, just like that, said it felt good. We spoke to him in our last caution and puts that 57 car up into the top spot. A lot of other guys faking it out, maybe going to make a move to go down pit road. Nobody as of yet. Alamito looks like he's going to come down pit road and join these guys. Yeah, it looks like the just a little wild one there, you know, nowhere to go. You know, for the 20, just got a little love tap from the 11 car of Tom Capuano there in that 11. But currently sitting in 5th. We'll see if we can get a word in with him real quick, see if he's down there in Discord and give a little chat to him and see his thoughts on that latest caution, number 5, here in our Sunday Super Lates race at Bristol. I'm Capuano, DJ up in the booth. You got a copy?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I do have a copy. How are you?
I'm good, my friend. You got that 11 car up in the top 5. Just want to get your thoughts there. What happened with the 20 car there with this last caution?
Oh my goodness, that was horrifying. I made a run and I'm on the inside like Jimmy Johnson, and all of a sudden he just came down.
Yeah.
I got a good run through, I think 3 and 4, and then through 1 and 2, I pushed a little bit in the center, and all of a sudden he just came hard left on me. I couldn't believe I saved it.
Well, we're glad you were able to keep that thing heading in the front direction. Right now, you got a top 5 going on. We're looking to see some more out of this 11 car. Maybe you can creep your way up. A lot of fast cars ahead of you, but looking to see more from you. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
The 11 car in the top 5 right now, Tom Capuano. Driver out of Holbrook, New York. Having a pretty decent run. You can hear from his end. Just looks like the 20 car might have came down, but you know, to each their own. Whenever you talk to any driver, you never know. It's always a debate, but we'll digress. A lot of great racing on so far this evening. Because they're going to get the 1 to go with our new leader, Alex Halinar. We'll see what kind of restarts he can put up. A lot of good action in this top 5. Kenny Hyde up there. He's got a good run going. Pace truck going to make that hard left turn. We'll see what Halinar does. And up to the top, little tire spin there for Halinar. He's going to take it away, though. Looks like John Baker got a good run there. Brian Midget Jr. looking to the high side. Joe Costello in the 60 car lining up. Capuano in the 11. Dale Owen maybe making a look to the inside of Triola there. Good run off of 4. Both of the other cars in the top 2 with 46 laps on them. You see him digging, trying to find a way around this 29 machine. Nice and smooth as they come around through turns 3 and 4. Our way back. Everybody pretty much else single file. And the yellow's gonna fall again. Caution number 6. 48 laps into this one. Ignacio Adams looks like he got into a little bit of a mess there. We'll see what happened. Bouncing it off a turn 4 wall and nosedives down to the inside. 38 machine. Rolling one more time. Turbo car's dropping out from a lot of damage in this one. Hubbard still on pit road, currently in 19th. Parsons 3 laps down. Everybody else, this top 14, are all on the lead lap. Alex Halinar still leading this one. Owen trying to work around Triola. Not enough time to make something happen as of yet. Plenty of time for the 57 of Halinar. Slight blink in the action. 1/3 of the distance, lap 50 of 150. And still the fastest lap of the race. The Peterson's Checker One Motorsports fast lap is Max Hantley, who's no longer with us. Nobody getting tires as of yet to maybe make a little run at that. Dale Owen with a 14.35, his fastest lap. A 2.7 for the 29 of Triola and a 2.66 for Halinar. A lot of these guys still showing some speed. But a lot of laps on these tires right now for these guys. caution still waves. If they get one to go this time by. Still nothing yet. See if we can get a word in with one of our drivers from 16th up to 6th. See if he's there. Joseph Costello, this is DJ up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Hey man, you started 16th. You got that thing looking, you know, a little bit used up a little bit on the front end, but hey, you can't complain. Right now, sitting in the 6th position, did everything you kind of needed to do to get where you're at. You still got plenty of time to make some passing and some positions up. How's the car feeling?
Good top 5 finish, my first ever start here.
Absolutely, you got that 60 car looking very sharp. Yeah, these guys on the restarts are very tricky, so I see you're getting one to go this time by. Just wanted to wish you the best of luck, and looking forward to this, seeing that 60 up front.
All right, thank you.
All right. Joseph Costello in the 60 car. Right now, Alex Halen are going to give us one more run at it. We'll see what he can do in this one. Pace Truck's going to make that left-hand turn down.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
And Triola with a great jump, not letting that 57 go anywhere. You see farther back, Costello looking to the bottom, makes the pass on Capuano, now setting his sights on the 07 car. As he slides that 60 car up into the top 5. Hyde right now, Midget Jr. side by side. Good racing all the way around the speedway. Ryan Midget Jr. digging in that 41 machine. A driver out of East Hampton, New York. Is the Charger. Keith Grimes Excavating, sponsor on that machine, as he's digging, trying to set up this 58 car. Travis George hot on his tail. These guys 7th, 8th, and 9th. As the 41 work in the bottom right now. Capuano just ahead of these two. Looks like he's drifting back a little bit. 58 of Hyde looking to the bottom of Capuano. A front seat to this, though, is Brian Midget Jr. Guys all in the top 10 right now. Putting on a pretty good show. Travis George, there he is. I was looking for him, and he was under him. See George right in the mix for this one. As Midget is going to have some company coming down the straightaway here. Up front, Dale Owen making his way up around the 07 of John Baker. He was working on the 29. Here we go. Side by side right now for Owen and Triola. Car battle up ahead of us. Here we go for second. Door to door as they go down into 3 and 4. Triola maybe scraping the wall a little bit. Good run on the high side. Owen leaves him the lane. Through 1 and 2. Triola trying to keep that thing wound up. Owen's going to get the spot though. Still give him the lane one more time. These guys kind of finish out what they were doing here through the front. You could see Owen still going to come up in front of him. So that is going to seal up the spot. And Baker maybe making a move to the inside of Triola. As your top 3 gets settled in, you can see Triola right up against the wall. He hits the wall. We'll see if the 07 of Baker can capitalize on that. Still in the wall is the 29, so definitely slowing up a little bit down here. Like these guys figuring out what's going on. Capuano going to fall back a little bit. The 60 car and the 58 working their way down. Travis George putting some pressure on the 41 car of Brian Midget Jr. as we come along to 67 laps completed. See how fast the action goes. When we have green flag laps here, they click off in a hurry. The action happens fast for these guys in the Sunday Super Lates, and they keep it interesting for sure. Farther on back in the field, Gerard Lawrence with a quiet race, currently sitting 11th. Gained 6 spots, definitely nothing to fret about. Great run going so far for him. Dumachich and Parsons looks to be 3 laps down. So your last car on the lead lap is going to be the 42 car of Frank Dumachich. Getting some help right now. Halinar, though, feeling a little pressure from Owen as they come around to 69 laps completed, or 70. Pardon me, we'll go on board with Owen as he's setting up the leader. Only a 10th back. Very close battle going on right now. Right up in the middle groove, these cars starting to slide around a little bit. 71 laps on the laps of the leader. Caution's gonna fly though, maybe a break for the 57 car. Maybe time to get tires as we only have about 12 cars on the lead lap. Like our lap down car of Parsons goes around. See if we can find out what happened there. Getting together with Dumachich, so yeah, just kind of came up on him. Rough for the 42 car on the lead lap, and the lapper of Jonathan Parsons comes around and is going to get together with him. So unfortunately for those guys and us, we're going to hit caution number 7. We'll be seeing if any of these guys are making their way down pit road with 73 laps on their tires. Like the leader's going to come down. Dale Owen as well. Everybody else making their way down. The only car not to come down yet is the 16 of Travis George, as well as Gerard Lawrence. Both cars deciding not to come down pit road. Everybody else, though, is going to make their way down. See how fast these guys can make it happen here. Car to watch is going to be that 57 since he was leading. Definitely wanting to get some tires as the 08 car was certainly running him down. Total pit time of these guys gearing up. It's like the 07 of Baker is going to get out, and maybe the 29 getting ahead the 57 car. Travis George going to inherit the lead on this one. The only car not to come down pit road. 71 laps on the set of tires that the 16 car is on. So that may be an issue for these guys trying to work their way around him. He's going to make the decision to come down. Maybe get a bonus point for leading a lap. Definitely not a bad move. Being that there's only 12 cars on the lead lap, definitely a smart move if that's something he's trying to work for and get a points position there. But he's going to come around, grab himself a set of tires and maybe just do a pass through here. Not sure. Might run out of time as he's trying to get some tires on that 16. Doesn't want to, I wouldn't want to lose a lap. So we'll see what he does here, decides to do. But definitely wore out tires on the 16 machine. But these guys are getting ready to rock and roll. Go green flag racing one more time. So we'll see what he decides to do. Come down, get some tires, maybe get some fuel and hoops there. The pace truck makes its way down. This group is thinned out. And Owen, a bump to the 29 car. Baker going to bring us down to the lead. Alinar back up into second, giving Triola a little bit of a bump. We saw somebody go around. Costello, no caution. Still going green, though. Baker leading this one. Triola, Halinar, and Owen all duking it out right now. Kenneth Masso making his way known here in the top 5. Great run for him, as he's worked his way up from 14th. Oh, Hellenar gets to go to the top 4 cars. Getting around. Hellenar not going to hit anything. Looks like Triola just got into him a little bit. Let's see what happens on his end. He just comes up a little bit there. Owen nowhere to go. 57, great save. Going to keep that thing rolling. Caution number 8 going to be out here. 81 laps completed. Brian Midget coming down pit road. Looks like the 16 car of Travis George possibly getting a wave round. John Baker takes the lead over. Looks like Parsons gets away around. Hellenar in the 57 coming around. We appreciate everybody tuning into the Driving DJ Network on both YouTube and Facebook tonight. Dual streaming. Couple viewers on YouTube. We appreciate seeing you guys there, and a handful on Facebook as well, supporting your favorite driver. Curious to see who's watching. Who do you guys think is going to win this one? We have had some new leaders all the way around. We've had some lead changes, 4 lead changes. Still a beautiful night out. 68 laps to go for these guys. John Baker currently leading Dale Owen and Kenneth Massa. So a big shakeup right now for your top 5. New set of biggest movers, gaining 13 positions apiece, starting 17th and 18th at 27 and 58. Having some great runs going for those cars. Gerard Lawrence in that nice looking 27 machine, having himself a heck of a run. Driver out of Rocky Point, New York. It's a crate modified and a street stock EP milling and sweeping. United Exhaust Shop, Sunburst Tree Service, all participants on that 27 machine. Then you got the 58 of Kenny Hyde. Moving up 13 spots is no easy feat. Both these drivers have been able to do that. Hyde out of Yaphank, New York. Figure 8 racer. I mean, nothing compared to the figure 8s he's used to doing. Going 140 in a super 14 seconds around a half mile. Something he maybe shrugs at, whatever. It's all good. Doing fine here. Dumachich got himself a great run going on. He's sitting in 6th spot. 6 spots he's gained. So a great run for him. Maybe we'll get a word in with him a little bit later. As Baker is going to take this Sunday Super Late Series, brought to you by Impact Auto Body and Teddy Bear Graphics, down the back straightaway. You see a lot of love on the front ends of these cars. Dial it up one more time. Triola got some tires there, so he came down for some tires. So Joseph Costello, Alex Halenar as well. He went around, that spotted those suckers, so he's going to come out and start this one in 8th.
Green flag, green flag.
Baker with a good jump. Owen now into 2nd. We'll see if he can make something happen here. Going to work his way around the bottom half of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Gerard Lawrence and Kenneth Massa. Lawrence is going to push that 27 up into 3rd. Kenny Hyde getting some pressure from Dumachich. Fresh tires of the 57 following these guys through. Good run here for the 57. Getting into Dumachich a little bit here. Watch your nose on the top side. Going to make his way around. Capuano nowhere to go with Dumachich coming off the bottom side of the racetrack there. Side by side right now. The 60 car of Costello is going to work around the 42. Capuano as well. Previous race leader in the 29 car with a front row seat to this. Cody Triola trying to figure out the best option to go on his new tires. Be up on the top side of the racetrack. Dumicic right under him. Peeling into the throttle of this thing. He's going to have Capuano just inside him. And Capuano almost comes up into him a little bit. Right up ahead of him, and they get together. We saw it happening. They're going to keep it green. The 11 car coming up, washing right up in front of these guys. Causing a little bit of a mess here. But Owen looks like he made a lead as all this stuff was going on. Baker trying to run him back down, keeping him honest. 93 laps completed this time by. Alex Hallenart looking to the bottom side of Kenny Hyde Jr. This is for 5th position. Looking to make it happen here. Side by side down the back straightaway. They touch a little bit before they go down into 3 and 4. The 57 and the 58 door to door down into 1 and 2. Looks like John Baker at the same time. He wants that lead back. Owen's going to try to fight back on the bottom side. All the while, Gerard Lawrence is sitting there in 3rd. He wants a taste of this lead. Everybody on fresh tires up front.
Yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag gonna fly this time by. We'll see who it's for. Not sure. Alinar around. We'll see what happened to him. Looks like he got in front of the 58 machine. Coming through 1 and 2. The 58 and the 57 just kind of fighting for the same real estate. Looks like one washed up and one came down at the same time. Unfortunately for the 57 car, didn't hit anything, so that's good for him. Put some new tires on it and try to stay on the lead lap. Right now he's sitting in 10th. 10 cars on the lead lap right now. That's almost about what we have running. Drop down this other 20. Dumicic going to come down pit road. John Baker fighting back. Got that 07 machine back up into the top spot, getting around the 08 of Dale Owen. We come around to the 100 lap mark here in a couple laps. Jonathan Parsons coming to get one of his laps back. Still 5 laps down. Like the 07 of Baker gonna make his way down pit road. Everybody here gonna follow. See what these guys decide to do this time. Fueling these things up, 50 laps more of action. You see the right sides go up on the 07. All these guys on a fixed setup.